Look at that fancy transition that I did there. What is going on here? Give it a second. Make sure my microphone is not messing with me again. I think we're good. Stop me if I have no audio, because what happens when I have no audio and I start doing this, like motioning towards my clothes, it looks like I'm just touching myself. But if we didn't have audio issues, this would not be Unboxing Thursday. But everybody, thank you for tuning in. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around. This is an unboxing live stream I do every week, where it's a push to help me open more toys so I can enjoy them, but at the same time, I can get rid of these boxes so that I can make space to buy more toys. And I try to come on every week with a new friend or somebody that I know who collects, and open toys together, just sit down, chop it up, and interact with the chat, and see everyone's thoughts on new toys, the toys I have, and it's just everyone just hanging out. Nothing too official. I've got a lot of awesome episodes from previous weeks. In the next few weeks, have a pretty good lineup too. Next week I have the guys from the Infinity Equation on. I'm also gonna have Tiny Pants Tailoring, Toy Soldier Photography. That's Al Chang, awesome toy photographer, and hopefully I'm trying to get Ernie from Toy Migos back, and he's gonna sit there and maybe watch me open toys, because I don't know what he's gonna do. I think he's got a taste for it after the Toy Migos 200th episode, so maybe that's why he wants to be back on. He did miss the last episode, so it kind of sucks. And of course, if you're in the room right now, please make sure you hit that thumbs up. It helps, with the algorithm and whatever for the channel. And share where you can. I have a guest waiting. He's on the other screen right now, just waiting for me to introduce him. You probably know him already. I feel like this is like a talk show, and I have to like queue up all these. It's like from the new show, whatever. But obviously this is Mr. Johnny, aka Sergeant Bananas, and hello. What's up?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. For people who may or may not know you, somehow if they don't, why don't you give them a quick introduction? Tell them about yourself.
For sure. My name is Johnny, as Kevin just mentioned. I take pictures of toys, and I collect lots of toys. So probably just like most of the other people in the chat are watching, just like you guys. Yeah, I'm obsessed with toys, and it's my life. And I have a big pile of stuff that I've been saving, which hasn't been easy, mind you, to save. And mind you, it's been like a week on some of these things, and I keep looking at it like every day, and I try to not look at it because I'll break and probably just open it and be like, I didn't tell him about that. I didn't tell Kevin that I had this one, so I'll just open it now. But I did save a good amount, like a lot. So
That's good. I mean, like that build up, it kind of makes it all the more enjoyable when you open it on the live stream.
Yeah, it'll be fun to open some of these things, and you can see like a live reaction to them.
Like last week, I put together that Venom Pool bath, and it was awesome. Like you could see my reaction and my excitement as I'm putting every piece together. Like I'm not an actor by any means. Like that was pure, like unfiltered excitement. It was just so cool to put together.
Yeah, and like that kind of reaction, I feel like is like what it, part of like a huge reason why we collect, right? Like that feeling that you get, like that you had as a kid on Christmas morning. That's kind of like the vibe that you had.
Yeah.
You finally had that thing pieced together, and you were like realizing how awesome it was. You're like, oh, this is, and like I messaged you after, and I was like, man, that thing does look cool. And like,
yeah.
I mean, before that, I was like Venom Pool, whatever. I don't know the backstory or anything, but the figure looks cool. And like, I think nowadays, like my collecting is kind of all over the place, but like one common thing that I find is like if it's a cool action figure, I'm probably into it, whether I know a lot about it or not. Like if I feel like it will look cool in photos, that's a very strong selling point for me.
Would you say that like you weren't decided on it before until you saw it on the stream?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's safe to say. Yeah.
I just have to grab something real quick. I actually had this planned for the introduction. Remember when I said like, oh, this sounds like a talk show, and I'm supposed to like plug your project? I was gonna have this ready, be like, the author of the book, 10 frames per second, available now on BBTS.
I feel like I should have like a mug in my hand and like my legs should be crossed and I'd be like, oh yeah, so you can pick this up at Barnes and Noble.
I would totally get like an assistant like Andy Richter on the side like Conan has. But yo, so what I want to do, the whole point of the show is we're gonna open some toys, we're gonna chat about toys. The opening of the toys isn't like the main focus. It's definitely, you know, something that helps bring us together. It's like if you watch one of my favorite shows is Jerry Seinfeld, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. It's not about the coffee. Nobody cares about the coffee. I like watching the B-roll when they pour the beans in and they're like grinding stuff and it's cool, but like it's just a medium for which they get together and talk about things in common. So that's what this is going to be all about. However, I know you've got stuff to open. Why don't you kind of show the people what you have, and then people in the chat, if you see something that Johnny has that you feel like you want him to open first, go ahead and type it down in the comments and we will try to appease you. That sounds weird. We are appeasing people on the internet. So let me know what you got.
If I don't like the answers, no, I'm just kidding. So
start putting on a V-neck.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Adam to pop in here and start saying V-neck type things. So yeah, first thing, I've got the Cad Bane exclusive Black Series.
Sweet.
Pretty excited about this one. Actually, he's kind of like, so you can like slide him open and then obviously I'll take him out, but there is no like blister or anything in here.
Yeah.
I don't know, how do you say the sidekick's name? Is it Toto?
Yeah, I think it's Toto.
Okay, because that could be butchered pretty bad. Oh, he doesn't know anything about Star Wars. I could say it all wrong. I probably did, but like, whatever.
To-do list?
Yeah. It's to-do. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The little robot dude. All right, so there's that guy. And then I also have a Black Series Incinerator Trooper.
Nice.
I do want to give a shout out to Hasbro for sending this one to me to unbox. So
awesome.
Excited to unbox this guy. And then I have the Figuarts Child. I know there's probably like glare all over this thing.
Yeah. But we know which one it is.
I'll eventually probably turn on another light. Maybe it'll get better. But it's the garage, so I don't have like the best lighting in here in terms of like lighting myself.
Ew, the garage, so fancy.
Beskar Armor Mando Figuarts.
Did you decide on the SHF over the Mafex, or it was just whichever one came, or did you get both?
This one just came out first. I'll probably get the other one.
Nice. Did you have the first SHF?
I didn't get that one, no. Because then I saw this one was coming out and I was kind of like, well, that's the one. Basically.
Because I know like one had like the whistling birds and then the other one had the jetpack with the flames or something. Like each one had a different, slightly different effect that made it hard to choose.
Trying to make you buy both with different selling points.
Yeah.
The Rebel Tech Tigger. Pick this guy out.
Very cool.
Comes with a ton of different faces. And man, that's only like a fraction of the stuff. So I have to like move other stuff out of the way. So then also I have the Endor set Black Series.
Yeah, I still have that to open too. Mine's like a doorstop right now. I haven't had time to open it yet.
Yeah. So there's that. Also, the Cobra Commander exclusive.
Nice.
Very fancy box.
I love fancy boxes. It's a real impeding factor for this show.
The Logan and Professor X.
Very nice. Dude, you have quite a haul.
I'm not done.
Well, there's no Toy Migos tonight, so, whatever you have.
A Super 7 Ultimates Foot Soldier.
Beautiful. We're going to talk about Super 7 for sure.
Yeah, Super 7 Baxter Ultimates. A NECA, Trag, and Granitor.
I can get a sense of how big this pile is because everything that you reach for, it seems slightly more labored than the previous because you're like, ah! And you have to reach a little bit further.
That's getting older, probably.
Yeah, that's me every time standing up.
The shipper box, but inside here is the NECA Biff figure.
Oh, nice.
This just came in today. And then, one last thing, if I get to it, and I have to get up. This is the Super 7 Big Vinyl Snoopy figure.
Big Vinyl Snoopy?
From SDCC.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting timelines mixed up. But it's a cool figure.
All right. Well, there is a lag between our video and the chat, so I'm going to go through the comments real quick and see what the people have to say in regards to what they want you to open. Ronald Ramos, he actually wrote first and is actually first this time. I'm very happy for him. I'm gonna send him a sticker. Message me on Instagram after. I'm gonna send you a sticker, buddy. You did it first. What's up, Terrence? Toy Migos, that's Cheney. He says, Watashi ga kita. It's frog time. Can you please, real quick, afterwards explain? I think I missed the episode where the Frog King was born.
I can explain. Right now, you want me to?
Yeah, please do.
Oh. So I have a pretty odd sense of humor, or odd depending on who reacts to it that way. To me, it's just, normal. But basically, I noticed that there was a ton of frog memes on Instagram, so I would just send them randomly to people. You kind of just be like, what is this? What do you cuss on here or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. They're like, what is this shit? And then I would laugh super hard. That's like the exchange. That's like what I want. I want them to be confused and be like, what?
So it's not the meme itself, it's the reaction that you're going for.
Yeah, but then, after, over time, then I was like, okay, the algorithm was like, oh, this guy likes frogs. So it just kept
fucking algorithm.
Yeah, whatever.
I almost spat my coffee.
The public, wherever that's called, Explore feed.
Yeah.
I just see frogs all the time now. And I keep seeing good ones, and then like the more ridiculous and like weird they are, the better. So, and like there's multiple pages of like frog memes, and like I noticed there's other ones where they're like different animals. So there's like possum ones that are like, they're like possum pages, and they're so weird. But
you're crazy.
Yeah,
you are crazy.
So I basically started sending it to the Toy Migos, and then like that's kind of where the Frog King thing came from.
Awesome. Kind of. But I think I like the fact that you're going for the reaction more than you are, and then it's turned into this whole thing, and you've gained a crown out of it, and you've now been dubbed a king. Yo, Born to Hula 27, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming out. KJ Smith, Paul Morales, EK, what's up? Fellow Canadian, Marvelous Nick, that's my homie. He's probably going to be watching this right now, and he's eating something nice, making some props. B. Rivera, Vern, what's going on? Toy Migos, I know this is still Cheney, because he says you sound splendid, and that's the kind of vocabulary that I could hear Cheney saying that.
Yeah,
splendid.
Definitely something Dario would say.
Dario has been cracking me up the last few episodes, man. Like,
Dario
I think
is
it's
good.
just the bluntness of
Yeah,
his distaste for some of these lines is hilarious.
him and I have that in common. So
Oh,
like,
he's in the chat right now. The first comment I see from him, he's just said whack series.
yeah, that's
There you
definitely
go. We have one for Hellfire box set. You didn't say Hellfire. You don't have that.
actually I do.
Oh, you do, but that wasn't presented. Incinerator. They said you're wearing a frog skin T-shirt.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not,
I
not
think the Incinerator is the
the one.
top of the list right now.
That's a good way to break in.
My friend Vern's Hobby says he's excited for the Super7 Disney stuff coming up. I am too. I've got those on pre-order.
Nice. Did you opt for all three, or did you
I think I
choose?
did because that Mickey is pretty iconic. Prince John, you wouldn't do that unless Robin Hood is coming, right? So, and I don't want to be like, oh, I didn't get Prince John, and here comes Robin Hood, so I'm just I grabbed that. And what was the other one?
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio. I think I got Pinocchio too because that one's pretty cool.
Also to note with those C Jesse M
Yes,
cloth clothing on those.
that's right. Yeah. I brought those up before when the pre-orders came out or when they were revealed, and you've obviously collaborated or collabed as the kids say with him before with the. He hooked you up with the Raphael coats for your NECA RAF and was it the Stormtrooper? No, the X-Wing pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that guy. Oh, you have him right there. Awesome. All right, so yeah, why don't you get to opening the Incinerator, and I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I got this week because I'm actually pretty excited too. There's some new stuff. There's some stuff that I got just so we could not just so we could talk about, but there were big revelations for me this week. Life-changing goals and redirections. The first thing is I got my props from my friend Steven Fernandez. I mentioned him before. He did my diorama that you see in the back of my reviews. His name is 52420 on Instagram, so it's FIVE2420. So I 3D printed these concrete barriers. They're called Jersey barriers. I don't know why. Are they native to New Jersey?
I hope so if they're calling them that.
But so I 3D printed a bunch for him and for myself, and he helped me do these awesome designs on them. And I told him because of my logo, it's the Monkey King, and the Monkey King comes from a fairy tale, I guess you would call it, Journey to the West. So he did this like West theme here with all the different directions, toying around. He's got his name there, and on the back he did a quick logo on it. And then another one he did with his own tag.
Nice. I feel like I'm just out of like the camera range of seeing exact. I mean, I know what it.
Oh, you know why? Okay, you're a camera guy. In our Zoom chat, I'm using the laptop
Oh, I see.
camera, but for the stream, I'm using the A7 III because it gets better video quality to shoot to the internet.
Of course.
I mean, why else buy a $1,500 camera?
Flex on streams.
I mean, we talk about photography and silly stuff, but like we talk about cameras too. Like that's what that's another thing that I like to talk about on here with people who do like are into cameras and into the more technical side of the toy photography.
Yeah, I remember you actually hit me up when you were thinking, kind of deciding on what camera to get.
Yeah.
You asked me like what I had at the time, or I think you knew I had a Sony, so you're maybe asking about that's why you asked. But.
Yeah, I previously had a Sony A6000, and
Okay.
I ended up upgrading it to the A7 III, and then you're like, I have the A7R, A7S.
Well, R, yeah, I have the R3.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is a whole different discussion because your lenses are gonna be, but like you do it for work. I mentioned it before. Like if you're not doing it professionally or like you're kind of making some money back, it seems excessive to get it for just toy photography.
It could, but I guess if you really like fall into the photography aspect of doing that, then it's just like toys.
Yeah.
It'll take over, and you'll just like one thing won't be enough, or you'll just want to have the best stuff, coolest stuff. That's awesome.
So this is also from Steven. He made this locker. I'm struggling to open it. He makes amazing props just out of like everyday stuff.
Yeah.
He made this
Dude, that's cool.
Home Depot can with the openable lid. Like he makes tons of these props. I have no idea what he makes them from. These are little spray paint cans.
Nice.
This is a whole stack of vinyl records.
That's cool.
And I didn't notice that there's actual piece of plastic inside for the record. I don't know if it comes out. If that comes out, that's going to be a whole next level of... Oh my god. Okay, that's so cool. Yeah, it comes out too. So please, check him out on Instagram. 52420. We have Common, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, dope. Talib Kweli and Mos Def.
So,
Dead Prez.
Right.
He hooked it up, man. Life After Death, and he knows like we both make those 3D milk crates, so these would look awesome inside those.
Yeah.
How's the incinerator?
He's nice. So what I was gonna say is, if you have the regular or the Mandalorian Stormtrooper, it's the same body as you could probably see. So just the different paint apps, and then obviously the flamethrower pack, and then it also comes with the flame effect. Yeah, the hot Cheeto effect.
The flaming Cheeto.
Yeah. It'll be fun to take pictures of this guy. I'll blow some stuff up around him.
Is he?
It's been a while since I've done that.
Is his armor clean, or is it like a little bit charred and dusty?
No, it's pretty clean. He could definitely use some weathering.
Yeah.
Which I don't do, but maybe it'll happen naturally from lighting fireworks off.
Because that's your thing.
Well, it's happened before. They get a little bit charred, which would be very fitting for him.
So these are the Jordan 1s from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
They're painted by Steven as well. So he sent a nice package. I got it last week, but I didn't have time to get to it. But I'm very excited to show this stuff off this week. So I'm going to put these on the custom 112 version of myself. Since I missed the pre-order.
It's kind of funny to like think about the things that as a toy photographer or action figure collector that you get excited about, like props like that you would never think that like you get so excited about little things. I'm not speaking about you specifically, but just in general, like little things that like as like toy photographers that we get excited about, like props, little like those records, for instance. Like you might not necessarily think that you would want those, but then all of a sudden you have them, and all these ideas are running through your head.
Yeah.
So that stuff, the value in that stuff is like it's crazy. Like, the ideas.
It's the little details that add to the whole image, right? The whole illusion that you're trying to sell in your photos.
Yeah, it's like building, like you set up your scene, and then those are the little like Easter eggs you can place throughout your photo, which is obviously fun to do.
And it's cool when somebody spots it and they're like, "Yo, look at that I saw that so and so record in the background, and you're like, yeah, I put that there on purpose.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Why don't you open Cad Bane? I know you're excited about that one.
All right.
Well, you know, suggestion. What do you feel? What are you excited about to open?
Yeah, Cad Bane's a good one.
Do you have any shots in mind right now?
Not in particular. Once I get him out of this box, maybe something will kind of pop. But I mean, just kind of looking at him, you know, like gunslinger vibes.
Yeah.
Type. That's fine. Like, it's fairly easy to kind of come up with and set up. Something like that, or I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't know. I would like basically let the it's corny to say, but let the figure kind of like speak to me. That's so corny.
Speaking of corny, what is your relationship with Smash Labs? Because a lot of the times I post something related to you, and he will comment that exact phrase, corny.
Obviously, so shout out to, is he in here? Oh, he said he was going to come in here.
You know what he said? He's like, oh, you're going to make me choose between you and Toy Migos. And then he goes, oh, wait, there's no show tonight. All right, I'll see you. I'm like, oh, yay, default. Thank you.
No, he, like, I just like to, so he's one of the guys that I'll send dumb stuff to. He's one of my favorite people to send random dumb things to. And then I'll always tell him, like, I'll send him some weird thing, and then I'll be like, post it in your story, because then just like the thought of him posting something in his story with no context to his followers, he laughed really hard because they'd be like, "What the fuck is this? Why is he posting that?" And that I do that to like a handful of people, and like it makes me laugh pretty hard. But yeah, the whole corny thing with him, I probably started saying it to him just to mess with him, and then like he'll say it back now, which is funny. It's a welcome comment.
But the thing is, now it's like it's kind of left your realm of just between you two, and then now like he's saying it to me, and then I'm like, oh, I guess he thinks you're corny, or you know, am I supposed to start going along with the joke?
It's like Palpatine says, everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Like, it's all working its way in now, and it's like I'm reaping the benefits of seeing it on other people's posts and stuff, because that makes me laugh.
I just got this today. Pre-ordered this 2-pack in like April, I think. It was when he had the collab in Fortnite, and he was all in the game, and then it's a 2-pack of figures in here. They're 12-inch. You know, not so much for photography as it is as a collectible. Oh, Devastator. Finally picked this dude up. It's heavy, man. Like,
yeah.
You don't do any DC stuff, do you?
Not really McFarlane DC stuff, but Mezco and Mayfex.
Yeah.
Mayfex, Mafex, whatever you.
On this channel, we've settled on Mafex.
Mafex.
But for Revoltech and Revoltech, it's still up in the air.
To me, it's just Revoltech.
Word. There you go.
Revoltech.
The king has spoken.
I feel like Adam says it like weird, or I thought I heard him say it funky before. Like
Who?
During one of Adam, Prospector.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard I heard him say it like weird. I don't know, that stuff sticks out to me. I'm pretty sure he did.
Is Prospect and Prospector, I think, is two very different things. Because the Prospector is the guy who's digging for gold in the hills in a V-neck shirt.
Yeah, those shirts, man. Ugh.
Oh, I had the wrong camera. I'm gonna show Dario right here. These are the J's. Oh yeah, because he has the that 1/6 scale Miles Morales.
Who makes that
The
one?
Damn Rich or something? Damn no,
The Young Rich.
Young Rich, Damn Rich.
Rapper. Young
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah, yeah. It's a rap name. Yeah. So what's happening is, as you can see, I've added some new effects and some new stuff, and I've got this split screen going on my screen. So one screen is like what you guys see, and one screen is what I want to switch it to. And I got two different cameras going, so it's been a little bit of a learning curve, but we'll get that down. But the thing with these McFarlane toys, as cool as they are, you're getting like new characters and like amazing. No, I don't think anyone can disagree that you get really good detail on these figures from McFarlane, especially at like a mass retail product. But like once you open it and you're like, oh, okay, like that's it. I don't feel like you can really do much with these in terms of photography.
I have to say, I've said it before, but the McFarlane Mortal Kombat Spawn is an amazing figure.
Yeah, that one's cool. I had that one.
That's actually like in my figure of one. It's like somewhere in my top 10 figures of the year. Probably pretty high, actually. I think that figure is great. And I'm not really like that. I'm not usually the nicest when it comes to like McFarlane and like giving my thoughts on their stuff, but that figure is sick.
Seeing as how 2020 has been such a shitty year so far, if it were to end today or tomorrow, what are your top 3 figures?
Oh man.
Spawn?
Well, I guess he's in there, yeah. And this is the thing of like getting so many all the time. It's like lose track easily.
All right, I guess I kind of put you on the spot. You can think about that in the background.
Yeah, I'll think about it a little bit.
Do you do any Gomez figures?
I do, yeah. I did pre-order the Hazard one from
the one today?
Yeah.
Any issues checking out?
Yeah, of course. I lost count. I mean, well, I was kind of like ready to give up, and then like I literally went to go get my girlfriend's credit card to see if that was gonna work, and then when I came back with it in hand, the payment had gone through. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess cool. But it's kind of like funny to think about how the Mezco pre-order, like the whole system is, because like as collectors we're also freaked out now that we're gonna miss out on something.
Yeah.
So you sit there and you're all like super anxious and you're like putting your info in, or you keep resubmitting your payment info or deleting it and then putting it back in because it keeps saying payments failed, and otherwise you go through PayPal and you pay it all up front, which I mean that's not even guaranteed to work either, honestly. I've had problems doing it through PayPal as well, but yeah, it took me a handful of times for sure. Probably like 20 minutes in, it finally did go through, and then I did hear that after like a half hour or so, it was just smooth for whoever else was trying to get it. So that's the thing. They got us so worried about not getting it that the site crashes initially and payments fail.
Yeah, I tried like 8-9 times. One of my friends told me the thing you should do is like at the start of the day, just remove your credit card from your account and add it back. But
I did that 4 billion times, so it didn't work for me this time.
It's like a superstition. Nobody has the one precise method to help you out. But I was sitting there watching and I'm like, do I need this? I was debating and I made a post. Oh, like you get this Hazard squad, then I got to get all these people, but they look so cool. There's that guy who's a rat who you know, he looks cool. Someone said he looks like biker mice from Mars.
Sure got the vibes.
Yeah, and then like he's got the cool wrist thing with the little hologram.
Finally, an alternate expression.
Yes, that's huge. expression. Not the same head sculpt repainted. The light up eyes I don't really care for. I don't know if it...
models know to play with that, I think. But yeah, that's kind of... That wasn't the main selling point for me, at least. I don't know if I really had one. I just like, might be fun. Probably be fun to take photos of. If not, we'll see what like kind of customization options there are, like putting different heads on them, that kind of stuff.
And I spent like a good maybe 10-15 minutes debating if I wanted or not. I'm like, $150 US. By the time I pay shipping, I pay duties. I'm like over 200 Canadian to get it up here. And then I'm like, I still have Stealth Gomez that I haven't friggin' opened. Why am I buying another one? And then like, maybe I'll sell it to buy this one. And then I have PSCC that I still haven't opened. Maybe I'll sell that. So, and then I eventually just like, I'll buy it. And then if I don't want it, then somebody out there will want it.
And the pink skulls go for a lot of money these days.
Yeah, I'm sitting on. It's like $1,000.
Yeah,
I haven't even touched it.
Yeah, I had Stealth Gomez. I sold them fairly quick. I don't like the all black aesthetic for photos. At least I need some contrast there.
Yeah.
It comes with he came with that like white roach head too, but the outfit being all black,
I think the only reason I'm keeping it is the lunchbox, which is the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, that's what you like, and so yeah, or that's what sticks out to you. Nothing really stuck out. I mean, yeah, the packaging is cool because it comes in the tin. Like that is a cool thing that they do. But figure wise, like, I mean, he came with like a ton of stuff with it. It's cool.
I'm trying to beast this Devastator out of the packaging. And he's so pointy too. All right.
Pretty cool.
Do you think you can sell him in any sort of action poses with that cape or the jacket?
Yeah, because what I would do is I'd probably like put something back here to have it propped up.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's motion in it, but if this thing had like a CJ treatment to it and you actually had a cloth coat, like trench coat, it would be obviously 10 times better. That wasn't like a hint to him to like make
it
one.
Absolutely was. It absolutely was.
Like,
he's probably not watching though, but I know he's working hard on all of his stuff right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, he's a master of his craft. Like, he sees these things and he sees, like, opportunities to improve it. I'm sure, like, naturally, like, with the cloth goods, he's already probably looking at it and already, like, size the figure. I'm like, okay, like, this would work and blah, blah, blah.
I showed him the Storm 2-pack, how she has that alternate head with the blowing hair and the alternate cape that's in flight. He's like, I guess she doesn't need a wire cape for that. So he was already looking at it and planning it.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's really, really pointy.
Yeah.
I could see him being used.
Like you're gonna cut yourself.
Apparently, some people bought like a neck joint to raise his head up a little bit, and it looks a lot better than the shrunken in around the shoulders look. But yeah, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is a weapon. Definitely not made for children. Did you see he's doing another Kickstarter?
Oh, I did? I don't think I did. For what?
It's a Kickstarter for a medieval spawn.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I did see a photo of it. And I was like, oh, it looks... I just thought it was a statue.
Oh, he revealed a statue of medieval spawn, and he's like, it's going to be like this. And then I'm just looking at it, and I'm just like, does he know that it's very much going to be like this? Like an actual statue?
I mean, like, that's actually what we're getting right there?
The final product.
Yeah. I'm getting that other Kickstarter one, but, like, there's a lot of comments about that thing.
Dario says Cad Bane will work in the dirt shots Johnny does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
got the whole gunslinger, cowboy hat, long coat. But if you're gonna be blowing dust and smoke at him, something's got to be blowing his jacket back, right?
Yeah, depending on the perspective, for sure.
Saw a rumor that there will be Black Series Remnant Weathered Troopers. Yeah, I saw a picture of those too. I like that they're called Remnant Troopers. It sounds very it's a very fancy word.
Yeah, it does sound cool.
And,
Yeah, I mean the new troopers from the Mandalorian series are great. Um, Definitely an improvement from the other or original style ones. Got the butterfly joints. That's a major plus, so they can hold their blaster correctly, and you can get them into a little bit more dynamic poses with that.
yeah, I opened some of the troopers last week, the clone troopers, and then a few weeks before that, the new stormtroopers, and the problem was you can only get them with the blaster in like not that many different poses. Oh, but my friend Heroes World Online is in the chat. Heroes World is a local comic shop and toy shop in the area, and he was able to hook me up with this Super7 Raphael this week. Yeah, this is from Wave 1. And he was posting pictures all week. I'm pretty sure it was just to tempt me to buy it, and it ultimately changed my mind into getting this wave. Last week I talked about it with Jack because Jack is a big Ninja Turtles fan too, and I posted that meme with the guy with the two buttons, and like one was the NECA Super 7 or NECA Turtles, and the other one was Super 7, and it was like everyday struggle of toy collector. And as a Turtle fan, you know that the NECA stuff is more cartoon, and the Super 7 stuff is like replicating the toys.
Yeah.
And as a fan of that show, like, it never bothered me as a kid. Did it bother you that the toys didn't really look exactly like the animation?
My introduction to Ninja Turtles were the toys, so that, like, up until a certain point, then I did watch the cartoon as a kid, but like, yeah, it never bothered me because like my first experience seeing them was the toy. So like, to me, I'm like, I mean, they did, actually have one right here, but like, they did do like the Toon Turtles, but like to me, when these came out, I was like, but that's something else. Like, that's not what is in the cartoon, because
Yeah.
it looks very like Toontown Disney style.
That they went like overshot that one. That doesn't look like the cartoon at all.
But yeah, I mean, to me, like, growing up, cartoon was awesome, but the toys are where all my knowledge and memories really come from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I collect both lines. I collect NECA Turtles, and then now I collect the Super 7 stuff as well. But yeah, it was a no-brainer for me that I was going to be into this line, because it's just like revisiting what I grew up with as a kid, and even kind of circling back as an adult, is recollecting the old line is why I fell into doing this.
Yeah, the original Turtle toys, I played the heck out of them. Like, not a single one of them have all their weapons. Most of their belts are destroyed. And that's not the old plastic 30 years from now. It's like from back then. They were just take all the different belts off and just do everything. My Shredder is missing his little felt cloth.
Okay. Like
my Splinter is naked.
Yeah. It just looks like a rat.
Yeah, it's just a regular naked rat. It's so gross.
That figure, yeah, like that. As a kid, like I had that figure, but I never cared for him.
Yeah.
I mean, all the turtles, like, really, and then like the other, like, side characters and stuff. And I think like that original toy line, that's, to me, that's one of the things that makes it so special, is like how far and crazy and wacky they went with like the variants of the turtles. Like, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
they went really deep, and like it's almost like at one point they're kind of like, well, I mean, we made all these, like, what's the most outlandish thing we could do at this point? And
Yeah.
like that stuff, and I love that stuff personally. I like that they did that. I like it's like I like seeing Donatello in a farmer outfit. It's like super weird and obscure, but it's like,
I have Raphael in a baseball outfit, I think,
yeah,
and there's a sewer base for a batting tee with two baseballs on it, and he had a baseball swinging bat action.
yeah, yeah.
And
Like the
you showed on a live stream a few, I think the 200th episode, where you had it was like Mighty Max or Polly Pocket, whatever, but Ninja Turtles, where it's like a Donatello figure like this. And yeah, that one. I have a whole box of them. I forgot to get it. They're in the garage. And
these.
yeah, like a bunch of play sets. There's one that's a turtle, and the turtle shell opens up this way, and it's like almost like a dungeon almost.
Oh, sick. So here's the Leo version of that.
Oh shoot, I've never even seen that.
Yeah, it's super cool. So to give you a sense of scale here, this is like what like a regular Ninja Turtle
Yeah.
in the line. And this is what these are. So they're quite a bit bigger. And then yeah, like his head opens up, chest opens up, and it's a playset just like you were describing.
It's so cool. And the best part is that the little figures can be like toys for our 1/12 toys now.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I didn't even have like by the time these were coming out, I was already like kind of out of collecting that line as a kid. I think I had moved on to like Toy Biz X-Men and like the Spider-Man figures. But you know, coming back into it as an adult, like I was saying, and like just kind of discovering that those things like that existed, it's like, man, I'm all over that stuff. Like I just need to get Mikey and then I'll complete my set. But yeah, those things are awesome.
I even have like a little miniature turtle van at that size that those guys sit in, and the lid flips open.
Is it oh. Yeah, it comes apart. I would be so bent out of shape right now if this actually did. But it's like it's like, can I even put it back together like correctly?
Oh no, this one's even smaller. The one I have is smaller than that. It's literally like this big.
Just make sure everything's in place here.
But yeah, so I finally decided that I would be getting, because I was torn. Super 7 is like $70 something, right, in Canada. And the problem, like I mentioned before, with collecting turtles is everyone knows you're buying. Oh, that's so cool.
This is a playset, so it opens up and everything.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's really like it's just super dope.
Yeah, but the thing is, you buy 4 of everything. Like, the picture that I'm using for the promotion of this is your Leonardo NECA photo, but that was the NECA quarter scale. This was before they even announced that they were doing 7-inch. And
Yeah.
I saw that picture, and I'm like, look at this picture. You get all of the texture on the figure. Not only does the figure look amazing, like it's right out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like this picture, like it's stuck in my mind ever since I saw it. And I'm like, great. How am I gonna afford $150 times 4? That's almost $700 with tax. And I was just like, only time that I've been disappointed in toy collecting where like I won't be able to get this.
Yeah, it's man, yeah, that's like $700 for a set of turtles. Like that better be like your dream like version of them. I mean, quarter scale, like you're saying, like they're amazing. Like I have the line. I collect that line actually.
Yeah.
But, like when they announced the 7-inch one, that everyone I think like was pretty unanimously like in the collector world was like, oh, thank you. Like this is what I mean. They answered a lot of like. It basically made a lot of dreams come true for people, like myself included, with the movie TMNT figures. Like those are some of my favorite figures ever.
But you already have the quarter scale one. That's not fair. It can't be your dream come true.
Well, just because like when you scale it down, then you can start shooting them
Yeah.
within your environments a little bit easier with like diorama and
Oh yeah, for
props.
sure.
So,
Because even shooting with 12-inch like 1/6 scale figures is already like a little bit more troublesome, right?
it can be, yeah, for sure. It's like if you don't have the 1/6 scale diorama to go with it, then you have to be a little bit more creative. Yeah, so the packaging on those is great, right? Like,
Classic logo. Yeah, so ultimately what I decided on was that even though I have to buy whatever the price is for these, I'm not fighting to look for them, all four of them at once, like these NECA ones where like you got to go buy the whole set at the same time. You're paying the $70-$80 months apart.
yeah,
That was the main reason. I'm like, you know what? It won't hurt as much. I'll just get the other ones later on. These look more like the toys, which I have more of a connection with. I was never a big fan of toys that, as much as I didn't realize that the toys didn't look like the cartoon characters, when I've seen toys that look like the cartoon, I really don't like them that much.
mm,
I don't have any of the NECA cartoon ones. Those previous Playmates 8-inch ones, I sold those.
weak, yeah,
But I kept the Bebop and Rocksteady because those ones look solid.
yeah, they do. They still, yeah,
The Super 7 Splinter obviously is made to look like the toy,
cool.
and but I really like the NECA one for Splinter and the Baxter Stockman, so I'm gonna go with NECA for those two, but Super 7 for Casey Jones because that one looks phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That cartoon Splinter looks great. The NECA one, I like that one a lot.
And they have a lot of cool little props that come with that set too.
Yeah, Splinter's definitely like I like Splinter, but he's definitely not, one of my favorites of Ninja Turtles. I still want like a really nice looking Splinter figure, and like I was saying about the original toy, like I was never into that one, so I'm
No.
not. It kind of transfers over to the Ultimates line too. Like it's not my favorite one.
He had the bow and arrow, which was cool.
Yeah, and he comes with the like T with the smoke. That's a cool accessory too.
Yeah. I don't even have a Splinter on display. That's the thing. It's going to be that one. Plus, like, I'm born in the year of the rat in the Chinese zodiac. So, like, it's like the least cool animal in the entire Chinese zodiac. So, like, throughout my life, I'm like, yo, everyone gets like a zodiac tattoo. What would I get of a rat? There's like nothing cool. And it was always just down to like Master Splinter, which I grew up with.
That is cool though, but maybe that's because I'm like a crazy.
Yeah, but there wasn't one good design that I could settle on. But I really like that NECA one.
Yeah, one second.
So in terms of that meme that I posted, I'm literally just pressing back and forth the two red buttons between NECA and Super 7. That's what I've decided on.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely nail the aesthetic of the old toy. And with the turtles, it's cool because you get that alternate head,
Yeah.
and that's something new that wasn't part of the original toy line. So I think that alternate head sculpt is super cool.
Yeah, it's much more aggressive. This is the classic head that's on the body, and that's how I still draw Ninja Turtles to this day. It's the easiest way. It's almost like an 8, and then you just draw the teeth in the big circles. That's still how I draw it for my kids. And my art skills have not developed over the last few decades.
I can't draw shit, so I'm like kind of laughing at like how I would draw Ninja Turtles. It looks so bad.
But yeah, I mean, you got the tray of the classic weapons in the back.
Yeah.
I always thought these were some kind of pizza-themed weapons. I have no idea.
There's probably a name for it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the name exactly, but yeah.
And then the NECA turtle communicators are very like classic cartoony with the paint deco. So I do like that aspect of the NECA ones, but this is awesome too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to open this yet. Which wave is the foot soldier from? The one that you have?
It's from wave 1.
Oh, okay. Did you have any opened yet?
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I've messed with it before, so. I mean, I can open it now, I guess. Yeah. The foot soldier is actually so Raph and the foot soldier are my favorites of the wave. Which initially, like after seeing like the like Baxter, I was like, oh, that's super cool. And then getting to mess with him, like he's definitely awesome and looks amazing. But I don't know, it's hard to beat the turtles unless it's like some obscure character for me or like a variant.
Yeah.
One that I didn't really think that I was gonna be super hyped on was the foot soldier, but after like messing with it, I really like it a lot.
Duran Schaffer or Schaefer? 2 F's should be Schaffer, right? He says, will Casey have torso articulation? I haven't seen that yet. I'm gonna have to zoom in on those photos later. 796 Studios. 796 Studios and do you know him?
Don't know who.
796 Studios, Mario. We've been going back and forth, trading product pictures with each other and trying to enable each other into buying things we don't need. So he's saying that you're gonna make me pick up the Super 7 Turtles now.
You just had him on, right?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And like Amazon Prime Week, we've just been sending each other pictures of different lights that we wanted to try, and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna buy this, and it was just a battle.
Oh, this is something I don't use these actually like cut my fingernails or anything, but it's an easy. I know there's someone's like, oh, that's foul, and he's like using that shit. It's so easy to cut the little ties because you just.
Oh, because you clip. Yeah, I have these things like they're called nippers that people use for like Gundam kits and stuff.
Yeah, that same concept really. So I don't.
But you couldn't use those on your nails.
Yeah, so it's more versatile. Just in a pinch, like, oh man, I'm opening this figure, but I also have to cut my fingernails.
Your toenails. So like, that's gross.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the stream right now, but I threw up your picture of the quarter scale Leonardo for everyone to see what I was talking about. So it just doesn't sound like I'm some crazy person talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like you got the soft lighting on this. He's out in the field training or something. Like I could look at this all day. I've shown this picture to non-toy collectors, dude, and they're just like, wow. And then I go, you see this right here on the shoulder? That's a joint because this is a toy. They're like, no way.
Yeah, so that's a testament to NECA's figure, and then I guess my photo as well.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, I guess.
But yeah, so that photo is like, I mean, that was years ago now, but I was at that spot, which is like, it's a beach, but then like there's a bluff above, so you have to like walk down to the beach, and then like along the top there's like stuff like that, like field or whatever. And I was actually walking back to my car, and I was carrying that thing, which is kind of like, you know, they're big, so I'm just like carrying it or whatever, and then like I just noticed the way the light was hitting that, and I was like, oh, I like that. And so I just like one good thing about shooting those figures is the heft. So you don't like, as soon as you kind of like put them down, they kind of just stay.
Yeah.
Unless, like, so I just put them down and then like posed them a little bit, and then kind of just played around. It didn't take long to get that shot, and it's kind of one of those things like as a photographer, toy photographer. As soon as I took it, I could tell. I was like, oh yeah, that's the one. Like, I could stop taking this photo now.
How many did you take? How many shots did you take?
It's so long ago. I mean, probably.
Well, not like an exact number, but was it like one and done, or you just had to?
Well, it wasn't a one and done, but it was probably like 10 to 12, and then looking through, like, okay, like that's the one, that's the perspective, like that I like. The lighting on it, yeah, it
The
worked out.
I have the picture up here of the Sideshow Mythos Obi-Wan. Was this the same spot?
It wasn't the same spot, but um, similar. It's on the same coastline.
Yeah, that figure. I remember seeing that statue for the first time, and I'm like a big Obi-Wan fan, and it's always that mystery of what he was doing on Tatooine all this time before he met Luke, was always in your mind, right? So when they made that statue, I was like, this thing is crazy. I want it so badly. I was at Star Wars Celebration, Anaheim 2015, and they had it there. I think it was on sale. And I went there the first day I landed. Didn't even go to the hotel yet. I'm like, yo, can I buy this? But I totally, would have been a bad idea. Pregnant lady and me and a giant statue waiting in line for Mark Hamill. But luckily they released this 12-inch figure with all the accessories, and I've only unboxed it on the video, on the live once, and I haven't posed it yet. I feel so bad.
I think I only took him out that one time. I had like a series of a handful of photos that came from that day, and I've since posted them all. But that was the only time that I took photos of him. But like, I did like those photos, so I've always wanted to like take him back out and take him to another location and get some more photos of him because it's an awesome figure.
I also have up now. It's a photo of your early Mondo Gecko shot.
There it is, right there.
And as we know, it's being remade by Super7.
Yep.
So as much as the toy has evolved, even though it's inspired by this design, it's evolved. What steps, what kind of things did you notice that took you from like this level of picture to the kind of stuff that you do now? Because obviously it's many years apart, but it's also many levels apart that you've jumped up. What's that?
I said, no, you could say it. That's pure shit. That first photo.
No, hey. I mean my photos back then were probably like this too, and I haven't leveled up as much as you have. They're probably pretty close to this too.
Well, I think like kind of one of the main things I guess I would say is just I remember a family member when I started doing this like a little while after I was like kind of in it, and we were talking, and he was like he's just like, oh, are you obsessed with this? And I was like kind of quick to be like, no, like, because it was almost like a knock. I took it as like negative almost, and like then he's like, because if you really love it you should be. And then I was like, I thought about it and I was like, I mean, I didn't want to admit that I was, but I really am.
Yeah.
Like I really obsessed with this. I love it. I mean, it's what I want to do day in, day out. That's why I have like a garage full of stuff, and I keep, I have this pile, and we're now talking over toys, and I'm opening. It's really become my life in almost every aspect. Like what I do outside of work, what I do for work, everything. It's what I think about. Like I used to ride BMX bikes. Like before I did photography and stuff, like I rode BMX bikes for a long time, and I remember like one of the things that like I would always do when I rode bikes is like driving to places or walking to places. I would always be looking around at different spots, like, oh, that's a cool, stair set, or that's a cool handrail, or whatever it may be, to like imagine, riding my bike on or something.
Right.
I do that to this day, but like I also, when I look at places, I'm also looking at stuff to shoot too, like just different things that stick out. And I think I mentioned this on a recent live stream, where like just the way light hits things, I'll just notice when I'm out and about, and that sticks out of my mind, and I'm obsessed with that. And it's like I'm constantly thinking about taking photos of stuff and like trying to capture some kind of vibe, in my photos that I saw like driving somewhere. I'm like, oh, I really like the way that the light was coming from that window that day when I walked down the street, or just I like the way the texture of the street looked when it was like right after it rained, like things like that. Like I'm constantly thinking about that stuff, and that's definitely been like drove me further and further over time. I feel like just not wanting to be stagnant and just always trying to kind of figure out a new way to do something or improve upon stuff that I'm already doing. And the figures are a big role in that because like I like to have new subjects to photograph. So
Yeah. So basically, you've like really like opened up to it, like not giving yourself any limitations or letting
nah,
people think like, oh, these are, you're playing with toys and this and stuff, this and that.
no, for sure. And then it's like it's a little bit more validating now, kind of with that sort of like thought, because yeah, like this is what I actually do for a living now. Uh, so when I talk about it, it's like I'm not. It's not just. It is a hobby still, like for me, but it's also what I do
Right.
for a living. So, uh, it's pretty interesting to kind of have that as well. And I never would have thought, back then with that taking that photo of Mondo Gecko, what I was doing in life and that kind of stuff. Like to fast forward to now, I never would have thought that this would have happened or all this would have come from that. Not saying everything came from that one photo, but like that was the spark.
Yeah, for sure.
Literally from that day forward, I've been taking toy photos kind of like nonstop. So
Yeah, and you can see obviously in the quality of the photos, it's just a huge difference that you've been putting in your work on every day. Another photo I have up now is Merida from Brave.
To be honest, like I never even really seen that movie, but
I've read some books to my kids. I've never seen the movie. I've tried to do it.
The movie. I know that much.
Yeah.
Right.
But this Disney toy box was no Infinity.
Yeah.
Disney Infinity. I've always liked the art style of those, and when I saw you do these, I feel like I'm just picking photos of yours that I like, and I'm just kissing your ass. But like these are actual things that inspired me because I bought the entire toy box wave of the Star Wars figures because they canceled the line. Disney canceled the game and all that stuff, and all the figures went on sale at Toys R Us here. So I bought every single Star Wars one.
Oh yeah, they look great. Like the sculpt and the kind of like the design too. They have a really cool design aesthetic to them.
Yeah, it's just the art style and the posing.
Yeah, and they photograph great too because of that.
Yeah,
that's a good
Like I have a whole bunch. The Darth Vader, the Darth Maul is in like a really exaggerated pose. He's got the double lightsaber held out like this. Like it's very cool, and it really
kind of a little like a kind of a fun little fact about those. That was the first time I ever collaborated with any company was through Disney. It was Disney Infinity back when they existed.
Oh, so that was an official project.
That was the first time that I ever was approached by any company and ever got paid to do toy photography, and that was like mind blowing to me. Like at the time, you could imagine like this was probably like 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
Maybe more, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, I remember like getting an email or getting a message on Instagram, and then eventually talking to someone that worked there, and remember his name was Scott. I'm sure he's not watching this, but in the weird coincidence chance that he is, thank you, Scott, for the opportunity, because that was like amazing to me to be able to, like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, someone actually wants me to take photos of
yeah.
That's crazy. Like, but it was also like what I want. I knew like at that point, like I loved it so much that that's what I wanted to do. So I was like really excited.
That was like the jump off, right? Like you're like, you can get paid to do this as a job, like.
And so like shortly after that, it was Hasbro that came. So it was like, yeah, it was just kind of real quick acceleration there. It was like because Disney Infinity. I mean, I basically like that's Disney, and
Yeah.
a side part of Disney, but it's still Disney. And then to have Hasbro come knocking as well or hit me up was another amazing like surreal message that I got. I remember like where I was working at the time, I was like sitting in the parking lot and like got this Facebook message from like their PR, and I was like, what? Like this is like I just couldn't believe it because yeah, it's just like those types of things. I mean, I didn't even know that could happen back then.
And that's a good. Did you ever play this game actually?
I never did play the game, but they gave me a copy of the game, and I didn't. I'm not really a video game guy. Like I had my kind of run at video games like years and years ago. Like when Street Fighter 4 was like when it was the current game, I played it all the time. All the time. Like I had like fight sticks and I was all about it. But after that,
it was pretty cool. Like they had Marvel, Star Wars, obviously the classic Disney characters, and like you could build worlds. And then it was almost like Minecraft, I think, where you can play somebody else's world that they built, like a level. And but then like they canceled the game and all the servers were taken down, and I don't think you can even play. I don't know if you can play the game on its own anymore. I think I sold it. I have it for PS4 and I sold it. But yeah, it was a pretty cool idea, and like it's a good thing they approached you because they got. Do they use your photos for promo or just?
Yeah, so it was before they had announced the light effects ones.
Yes.
Like that's what it was for. It was to promote that, and so the images were like marketing for that. And from that, I got an interview from StarWars.com. So that was another like huge. All this happened like pretty quickly, so it was it really like kind of opened my eyes to being like, oh, like this is possible. Like
like it's a viable career.
Yeah, like at that point it was like, still a hobby to me at that point, but it was like, oh, if this is possible, like I should just keep doing what I'm doing, and like hopefully this will turn into something more. Turn into something.
Let's see. Vern says, Johnny, talk to me about overlighting and underexposing. Tested, dropped the ball, and didn't ask you about it. Well, I think you mentioned they're not doing anything right now, right? Pandemic wise. Tested.
Oh no, they are. I think they're still they're still pumping out content. I was just kind of saying like I haven't been in contact with. I haven't talked to them at least that recently. But it's not like I was like a regular. I mean, on their channel. But
I never even watched it until you were on. I didn't even know what it was really about.
Yeah, that was another really cool experience along the way of this. It was a lot of fun doing those videos with those guys, and yeah, it was cool to get to talk about that stuff. I mean, it's really hard to watch them for me because I'm like I kind of like cringe at myself. I'm like, oh, like is that what I look like on camera? Like I think like it's a pretty common theme with photographers. They don't like being in photos or rather video too. Like seeing yourself on camera, I'm just not used to it. Like I'm looking at myself now, like I've used Zoom and Google Hangouts for work and things like that, but like scrolling up and watching the YouTube of this right now because this is the lag. Like I can't handle it. I'm like, I'm like,
yo, let's open something else. Let's distract you a little bit and.
Yeah, I should open something else.
What else is good? Grab something else. I'm gonna catch up with the chat.
Yeah.
Ronald Ramos says I'm the year of the ram, which is basically just a buff sheep. Yeah, it is. It's like the thicker ram horns. Are they horns? Yeah. So there's this anime called Saint Seiya, and it's based on, they have the same mythology too in it, where there's 12 gold saints, the saints with different armor, and even no wait no so sorry, this is not the same zodiac. It's like whatever the classic zodiac, and the one that I have is Aries, which is the ram, and like that guy was the least cool out of all 12 of the zodiacs. Like
Like I can't win no matter what.
most of the guys were like you had to fight them and they were deadly. But this guy was like in the beginning, and he's like, "Oh, I'll help you strengthen your armor throughout this battle." I'm like, "Come on, give me one good thing to tattoo on my fucking body." The Ram guy was the Ares. Yeah, that's what he was. Another year of the rat here.
I'm rear Al Chang. I see him. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip ahead in your queue there, but I just like saw.
Yeah, Al's gonna be up in an upcoming episode next week. Like I said, Infinity Equation, and then Tiny Pants Tailoring. He's another Canadian collector, and he makes custom 1/12 scale clothing.
Oh, him, dude. He makes cool stuff.
Yeah, he makes really cool like full suits for mezcos, like classic Superman, classic Batman looks, color schemes. So we're gonna chat for a little bit. After him, I believe, is Al. Al is the former Photo Combat champion, ACBA Photo Combat champion. I don't know. They haven't done one in a few years, have they? Maybe like 2 years. And like you used to be in the ACBA group. Are you still in it?
I'm no longer in it now.
Because I know like your photos, you're like while they promote tangible effects and whatnot, they still people still post with after effects or editing, and they're cool with that. But
yeah, I think that, I mean, to be honest, like I've touched on it a little bit in the live before, that someone asked me like earlier, why'd you leave? And I was like, just kind of just wasn't really my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get me wrong, like I have a lot of respect for like Bug and the heavy hitters in that group, and it's a great place to post your work and learn stuff. But I just felt like I was at a point where I was kind of like, well, I don't know, I'm not necessarily like ACBA. Like what would be considered an ACBA artist, and I was just like, I guess I've had my time in here. So
it's just like a very specialized form of toy photography, right?
Yeah, and just like I have no ill will towards any of
Oh no, for sure. Like those guys are very talented. Like Simon Hill, who he's just thinking of different ways to do tangible effects all the time, and to a point for me it's almost overwhelming, where it's just like, dude, this is crazy stuff. I can't even think about this. Like I couldn't think up this stuff, and he's just putting out heat like that every single day. It's very cool to see, though.
Yeah, for sure. What is this?
And someone made this comment the other day that really kind of put it into perspective for me. They're like, oh, editing your colors in Lightroom after, and they're like, psh, editing, like whether you do it in camera or in Lightroom, it's just like before or after. Like if you do it in the camera, what's the difference? You're just doing the settings first versus doing it on a computer after. I'm like, oh, I kind of get it now. I'm like, I'm okay with that. I can't be sitting there editing or changing camera settings just for lighting all the time. I know you have, how many Lume cubes are you up to? You had 6 in your photo the other day, right?
Yeah. I've got a lot. I like using the panels a lot these days, though. So I still use a lot. I still use the cubes, but I use the panels quite a bit.
Is it just because you can cast like a wider beam?
Yeah, pretty much, and then I can fill in with the cubes with like gels or stuff like that. I like doing that a lot.
Yeah, I ordered like a 15-inch by 15-inch LED. It's a square. that's
Okay.
coming in. Another Prime deal that 796 Studios kind of pressured me into getting. Because with the Loom Cube, like I feel like it's just a small section, even if you have the barn doors and all that stuff.
Yeah, so the panel definitely bridges the gap there, or the panels. There's like 3 different ones.
Hascon, you had the Endor set. You have Draken. You put up as a prize
200
for Toy Migos,
giveaway, yeah.
and then the Cad Bane. Cad Bane was that Hascon? Yeah, it was a Hascon.
It was? Okay.
Well, no, it was like a few days. Wasn't it like a week later? I think.
Yeah, it wasn't at the same exact time, but
Which of that stuff has the best? Gives you the most ideas to shoot of the exclusives.
Cad Bane being grouped in there, because I would say that, and then I would say the Endor set.
The Endor set, yeah, I'm pretty excited that they have gave people another opportunity to get the speeder bike. Dude, every time I open one of these, I don't know where to start. I don't like this new packaging. It doesn't make any sense.
Top. Just cut the tops and the sides at the top, and then just pull
If
it
I had a
out.
swimming pool, I would just melt it like Cheney did.
I just realized, like, opening this like an import figure like this on this like live stream is not ideal.
Yeah, you might lose some stuff.
There's so much going on. I'm like, oh man, I don't know this little strap was in this thing. What the hell? So I'm gonna put this tray. I mean, figure looks great, but
This is the Black Series Ezra. I never got the first one, so I needed this to add to my team, and I'm still waiting for Zeb to come out. Oh my god, these Black Series papers are annoying. I mentioned earlier that I'm gonna try and get the Fallen Fett back on Ernie because he missed the Toy Migos one. And do you think he'll have a lot of stuff to open?
Is that rhetorical?
Did you see his I want to rewatch the 200th episode again just to see his reaction when he opened that Hulk.
I gotta give a shout out to Ernie for taking one for the team and opening the Kingpin, the retro carded Kingpin.
Yes.
Because then Punker Mike follow up with the chicken nuggies. And Punker Mike, shout out to Punker Mike, super talented artist all around.
Yeah.
Those,
awesome guy.
I'll definitely be using those and probably wanting to eat some actual nuggets after I see them. So I just took this guy out of the shipping box, but the Biff.
Awesome packaging, by the way. I love that.
Yeah. And then there he is in the window box. Basically, this kind of completes my set besides Doc, who is not released yet. But initially, I just wanted the Marty right away. And then I watched a review of him and realized that he seems to have torso swivel, which Martys do not.
Oh.
Which was my main gripe about the Marty figures. So then I was like, I gotta check this guy out. So I'm opening now.
I'm gonna switch this to the close-up camera.
Watch me use my toenail clippers to get these cable ties off.
Funky. This is really pretty deep elbow range for non-double jointed. And then they have that new elbow on the 2-pack Storm. I don't know why they don't just do something like this, because that Storm elbow, I got so many people messaging oh, what's going on with those elbows? What's this and that? That looks hideous. But I mean, they could have just gone with this. Oh, there's a cool emblem on the back. Is this supposed to come apart? I feel like this is supposed to come apart and holster here.
Oh yeah, so he does have swivel.
Awesome. I think I'm gonna get a Marty as well. It's just kind of an iconic. It like
Oh yeah.
Back to the Future isn't my main thing, but I've watched it. Like one of the few things I've actually watched a few times. If I do, it's because I like it. So I would get it just for it because it's very iconic. Even if you can't take off the Air Mags, yeah, that looks fantastic. NECA really kills those.
Honestly, this I'm more impressed with him than the Martys, and I wish I wasn't, but damn, he's good.
All right. Al Chang, yeah, like you said, Al's in the chat. What is he saying here? Oh, also, Smash Labs is here. He says it's because you don't use cutouts. That's why.
I mean, I don't use cutouts.
I guess that's why you're not in the ACBA group.
Is Smash Labs in the?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He says he joined and said, "All hail the Frog King." Oh yeah, Ronald Ramos says, "Please explain why he is the Frog King." That's actually earlier in this episode. Even though you were first, I know you were in the loading screen, and I saw you there, Ronald.
He also just said the spicy chicken nuggets from McDonald's are horrible. Have you had them?
We don't have that in Canada. That sounds crazy.
Oh, gosh, shit. So, I had them. I've had them. I think they're pretty good. Now, did they make me feel like absolute shit after eating them? Yes. But did I enjoy them at the time of eating? Yes, I did.
From your tone, it feels like you would do it again. Like
I was. Next thing, I was gonna be like, yeah, I'll fucking do it again. Like that Goofy meme. I'll fucking do it again. You ever seen that meme where he's all like crazy looking?
Well,
fucking do it.
Just send it to me, and then you'll be the Goofy King afterwards.
I mean, I probably already am to some of these guys.
It's like when you go partying, like, and you get really drunk, and the next day you're like, oh, never again. And then you're like, damn, that was a good night. Let's get more spicy nuggets.
Which is fun. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I definitely am.
Yeah, we don't have spicy nuggets. I usually just get nuggets with the hot mustard.
Hot mustard, huh?
Yeah, there's a crazy like 20 pack or something in the States, isn't there? That you can get.
Oh, 20 pack? Yeah, that's like I was 10 and bodying a 20 pack, man. And then I'm like, man, why do I look like this? I ask because I'm eating 20 pieces.
Yo, Captain McKay is here. He says, I'm super late, but what got opened? I hope at least one bag of Cool Ranch. Ooh. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Sergeant Bananas here opened some Star Wars Black Series Incinerator. You got Biff right there. Biff, I opened where's that big boy? The Devastator from McFarlane. Black Series Ezra that I need for my Ghost team. I kind of feel stupid now because they have the new paint on the Hera that looks so much better. And what am I supposed to do with this old one that I haven't even opened yet?
Trying to pull this head off. I'm about to get strain my back or something. I'm really trying right
now. You're not gonna boil that? Oh, there you go.
And then the peg comes out of the fucking neck.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Shit back in.
Of course.
That's what she said. All right.
Smash Lab says, everybody tell Johnny how beautiful he looks. I'm still waiting for Adam to show up so I can go put on my V-neck.
Oh, man. You old. That's what Al says. He says I'm old. Dude, funky ass peg, man. But I was just gonna put this other head on there.
What were you gonna put on?
That's what my face looked like when I saw the come out of the neck.
Al says he's going to start a new group for animating toys, and Al's been doing. Yeah, the Deadpool that he did.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and I know he's doing a lot of videography stuff and editing, and he's doing that in school. So I'm very excited to see what kind of stuff he brings to
Do you know what I want to ask Al? How do you find the time with your clan?
He's
Al has all the kids,
yeah.
all the, and he's doing that shit to like people are like, oh, I don't have enough time to do this. Fucking Al does, and he's got way more responsibilities than
I have
you.
half the number of kids than him. Yeah, I think so. And then he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna add another baby."
Dude, he's like an X-Men. He probably doesn't even drink coffee. You're before you started, you're like, oh man, it's 9 here. I gotta drink coffee like to get wake up and power through the stream. I bet he doesn't even drink coffee.
And then he's like, he's reposting memes
Yeah,
and stories all day long on Facebook, which are hilarious. And I'm like, how do you have time to cultivate all of this content? Oh, he's got this side to side thing.
should I try to pop the head out again and get?
I don't think it would be any different the second time, would it?
Why would I just for entertainment purposes? Yeah, same old shit.
He looked at both. He looked
Like-
at one end like the other end would have a different result.
I'm gonna have to like pull pliers or something.
He does look good though. What are you gonna do with him?
I don't know. We'll see. I do want to shoot him though because he does look really nice. But then I'm also like, I don't know. I don't have a proper idea for him just yet. But
El Collector, a fellow Canadian, says, "Did you guys pick up the new Gomez?" Yes, we both ordered the new Gomez.
I'm a fiend, just like the other millions of us that make the website crash every time they put up a pre-order.
And probably like, what was the last event, MexicoCon, where they dropped the Gomez Ninja, and then the next day they did the like that sneaky release of the Skull Ninja, right?
Oh yeah, and everyone was kind of like, my wallet just took a hit.
Yeah.
Now you're coming back for seconds.
And they're probably gonna do that tomorrow with the what's it called? Death Squad?
Those black skulls or whatever.
Yeah, with the black tank top or the black turtleneck and the whole outfit, because they've been in the photos. Even the promo video for the Gomez, they're like, "What's Death Squad? What was the name again?" They actually mention it, so it's probably coming out to sometime this weekend.
All right, I'm gonna like end up breaking this thing, so I better calm down. I gotta hit it with some hot water after this is over. I'm like trying to pull the peg out with the pliers, and it's not doing me any favors.
Vern says Black Series blades should all come out of the hilts. Yeah, and I know that I've seen that with a lot of them, but this one's really stiff, and I don't know if I'm gonna. Well, if I break it on camera, that means it's video proof that this is broken, right? Oh no, there you go. It's just a super tight fit. Good for them. And I guess it hooks onto here with a little keychain hook. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna put that away into the display. Smash Lab says, "Kevin, you're iconic. Thank you very much." See, now I'm stuck in this troll war between the two of you.
He's saying all these kind of like inside. He's like referencing stuff that him and I would just talk about on like a DM, but he's like saying it in here, which obviously is fine. But yeah,
I feel like he really enjoys the Goofy King comment that you might have a new title.
he is until I turn it against him, and then he like hates his life again, which I will definitely do, and then I'll fucking do it again, as Goofy would say.
Yeah, Al Chang, I hope you've got a lot of toys to open in a few weeks. If not, you can open your kids' toys. I'm sure they get a lot of...
If you just had one for each kid, you'd have 70 things out.
That he's going to have his own show, bro.
Like, this show's about to go for a week straight.
Yeah, I'm super behind on these comments just because, we're talking. I'm just trying to catch up.
Yeah, no, it's... I kind of realized that. I was like, that's why... I mean, I have a lot of stuff to open, but I'm like, how much of this am I actually gonna open? Because we're talking a lot, so
All right, Chad. Chad, what's up, man? You made it to the stream. I know he was like, "Oh, I have to work late. I might not make it," but you know, he's a regular. Oh, Al says he. Al just says cocaine. I'm a vampire now. Yeah, but yeah, I can't wait to talk to him about. You know, I want to do video. Like video editing stuff too, and he's obviously a pro at that stuff.
He's the man.
And pick his brain a little bit when he's on. Talk about some toys.
Yeah.
And you know, but you like he's not putting out that many pictures, I guess, as much as before. But the few ones that come out are like really they really hit, like they're really impactful.
Yeah.
Shoot, I had something else to open. The Draken you didn't open, or you didn't have. I kind of kept mine. It hasn't opened yet. But I've been watching a lot of Power Rangers lately. I'm assuming you don't do Power Rangers other than
Not
even
really.
the originals.
I think the original, like from the the original, well, the show that aired here when we were younger,
Yeah.
like that's I watched it, and then I have a couple of the Lightning collection figures, but I'm not like a huge Power Rangers guy now.
Yeah, I was originally just gonna keep it with the main Mighty Morphin people, but then they're just so cool that I've just expanded, and then I've started watching Dino Chargers to justify buying. Like that's how stupid it is. Like I'm like I really want this figure. Maybe I'll watch the show to see if it's any good. And I'm like, yo, their costumes are so shiny. Yeah, I'm buying this. So then I go and order it, and that's a real problem, and I'm gonna have more of that stuff. But I was making a lot of life decisions this week. Like I've decided on the Super 7 Turtles. I've decided that I'm out of the GI Joe classified line, because it's like a secondary line to me. It's not a main thing for me. So if I got a Snake Eyes, I got Destro, I got the Red Ninjas, which are awesome. You're gonna open your Trag?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you got it. Perfect. And I decided, like, I'm not going to chase all the different Toys R Us's here just to get the Cobra Island stuff. And I know it's hard to get Cobra Island in the US as well. So I'm like, why is it so hard for me to give you money? So I'm just like, I don't care. I'm out.
These guys are hefty.
Oh, I bet. I never even watched Ninja Turtles that far into the later seasons where they went into space. Like I knew it got really crazy later on.
Yeah. Dimension X.
And like the Triceratons and
Yeah.
the Neutrinos were pretty early. I remember those guys, and they were annoying as hell. And Michelangelo liked that one neutrino chick.
Michelangelo is a simp. Like Smash Labs. He's gonna watch. Just wait for it. You're gonna see in the comments. Simp Labs.
Simple Labs. I feel like you have that one ready. You had that one ready in the pocket. Like
I didn't come up with that right now.
you have a whole list.
Yeah.
So yeah, Super 7, GI Joes are done. And then I was like, Mezco Batman, I've collected so many. There's Ascending, Sovereign, Supreme, all the variations of each one. And like these are and it's cool that they get to do their own designs. It's not like a specific comic costume. I love the paint on those NECA cartoon ones, by the way.
Is it like, are people like, dang, he's just busting it out of the box and just straight posing it immediately without hitting it with water? Or
do you need to do that with NECA?
A lot of people say you do. I mean, I have before, but I'll just look at his comment. Actually heard, I don't remember where I heard this, but this set in particular, it was less stiff than previous releases. Although now, like this leg here, maybe that's the extent of its articulation. There we go.
So growing up, Michelangelo was my favorite turtle because not that I was the party dude, because obviously I was just a kid, but like he was just kind of goofy and
Yeah,
fun.
kind of
And
related.
now that I'm older, and Ninja Turtles there's different iterations of it, and
Yeah,
I'm watching the old one again. I'm like, I think I'm more of I really like Raphael. He's kind of like a super
real.
sarcastic wise ass. Like if someone says something dumb, he'll always have like a crack for them. I'm like, yeah, I think I like Raphael more as an adult.
Or like what it's like it's funny to like kind of think about what Ninja Turtle you are as adults, like super nerdy. I've said it before.
It's a Facebook quiz. Which Ninja Turtle are you?
So my favorite Ninja Turtle is Donnie.
Yes, I was gonna ask what makes you a
Not,
Donnie fan.
not like Donnie though. I'm not like a tech like wizard or brainiac like that.
Yeah.
I'm most like Raph, but basically like I'm like a mixture between Raph and Mikey, like goofiness, and then like the like kind of like shit talking of Raph.
Well,
That's
yeah,
me.
as we've
So
seen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But what makes Donnie your favorite turtle?
So so it started. It really just as a kid when they came out with the giant sized turtles. Remember those? Those like
Yeah.
12-inch.
Oh,
For
I wish I
Christmas,
had those.
for Christmas one year, I got Donnie,
Yeah.
and then a couple of my cousins, like we each got one of the turtles. So like, kind of just were like identified as that turtle from that. Like, oh, like you be, like when you're playing when you're a kid, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, you're because you have Leo, you're right. So I was Donnie. So like, kind of just default became my favorite, and then
Nice.
I do like Donnie though. And he's the only one that I have a tattoo of Donnie.
Oh, nice. The Donnie Super 7 looks great. I like that they're doing the different colors, like in the
Yeah,
original line. Like that's awesome to me.
the different shades. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
I dug up one of these. I showed you earlier in our pre-chat. Um, this
Yeah,
is
that
a Turtles Foot Cruiser. This is original. It's not mint, but the card, like I've played with the toy, but you can see the box is in fairly
yeah,
decent
that
condition.
amazing.
I have it for the what's that little vehicle they use to drill into the ground?
Mutant module.
Yeah, I have that box. I think I have the Turtle Van box, and it was like one of the benefits of being an only child, not just getting all these toys, but like my parents kept all these boxes. And I'm pretty sure I got these in Hong Kong, and so like from North America, I guess, to Hong Kong, and then when I moved here, I brought all the boxes with me. So like, do you remember these pizza points on the back?
Definitely do.
This shit
Never.
is the worst because they made you want to cut them out as kids, and then when you grow up, you find out you're like, what? If I didn't cut these out, this would be worth how much money? So this giant hole in the box. See here, Turtle Van. Is that the pizza shooter, which is probably the most lethal toy you can get as a child? It was a battery-powered pizza shooter that shoots
Yep.
round, hard plastic pizzas. Luckily, I didn't have any siblings, or else they would be blind by now. This little suction cup punching thing, and then this mutagen ooze lab thing was the coolest. I never got that. But you could pour ooze on your toys. But yeah, oh man, I love packaging. How many of those 2-packs are you gonna get?
Probably all of them. I have all of them. Like I'm current with the line right now.
No, man, like how are you gonna
Oh, these
army
guys.
build those guys?
I don't think so. I think they'll just be good with the two. I haven't shot any of the cartoon stuff that I have from them, so if I was shooting it a ton, I would maybe consider it for like maybe a specific kind of photo. But maybe I'll shoot these guys, and maybe these will be the one that kind of break the curse of not shooting the cartoon stuff.
El Collector says, "Where are you getting Super 7 from?" I'm assuming he means me, not because I'm, but because you're right next to Super 7 there in the Bay Area. I got my Raphael from Heroes World here in Markham, and I have some on pre-order from Northman Collectibles. Smash Lab says Raphael is overrated. Marvelous Nick, Mikey is my favorite turtle. I get it. Vern says, "Give me a break, Raph. Raph is the man." Al says, "I'm eating grapes." I'm not sure what the context is there. My Ezra snapped in the legs. That sucks. Snapped in the legs? Where would you even snap this? Shoot. Sorry to hear that, man. That's terrible.
Matt, shout out to Matt. Captured Plastic on IG. That's Matt.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I still have my pizza thrower and party wagon. Yeah, I have that too. And I have a reissue party wagon, which is the exact same thing, including missing, what are those missiles or the torpedoes that they have. Ox Meat Pete says, "Thanks for tuning your mic up. Work is so much better with y'all's toy talk in my ear holes."
Nice.
Ear holes? That's such a very weird way to put it. But yeah, he wrote on the comments of the last video. He's like, "Turn up your mic." I'm like, yes. I had 5 straight comments from those sexy sex bots, and then finally one real comment. It's like, "Yo, your mic's real quiet." At first, I was gonna throw away the comment, and be like, "Oh, great, more bots." But it was like actual feedback, so thank you. Al says, "Wife said you're watching your friends open toys." She's like, "I got 6 kids here and you're watching your friends open toys. You should tell her that you will be doing the same thing in a few weeks, so she should get used to it." Joe Gua says, "Are the Super 7 turtles still available for pre-order?" I guess it depends on where you're ordering them from. Wave 1 is out, so it might be harder to get.
A little trickier for that.
But there's like a turtle in every wave. Do you know when Wave 2 is?
When it's coming out?
Yeah. I don't remember. I'll have to check that later.
I don't know, but I would probably guess maybe before the end of the year. That's Mutagen Man, Shredder, and Bebop in that wave.
Yeah. I like what they're doing where they put one turtle in every wave, so you kind of anchor the wave with one star, one A-lister. But then, like, what do you think? Who would kind of anchor a wave? Like, what kind of characters or what kind of toys did you have that you think would hold it down after wave 4? Because you have the Turtles, Splinter, Shredder, April, and Casey out already in 4 waves. Like, what kind of big names do you think, or even a toy that you had that you think would be the star? I think is Bebop and Rocksteady announced?
Rocksteady's wave 3.
Right.
Bebop's wave 2.
Maybe like reissues?
Nah, there's still plenty. I mean, Krang.
Yes.
Another. If we're talking about like core, and there's some villains, I guess, like kind of the not main villains, but like kind of known villains, like a Rat King or something.
Oh yeah. I would definitely buy a Rat King. I love Rat King.
General Trag would be another.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to get a Rat King. What's a mint on card toy you guys will never open? Says Al.
I guess.
Consult the pile.
I have right here.
Oh, the original.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's pristine shape or anything, but actually Dario gifted this to me. This is the 2nd edition Wolverine from the original Toy Biz line. And yeah, this is one of my favorite toys when I was growing up. I mean, in general, I was
Nice.
sick. So yeah, I mean, I have this out of the box too, but I won't. I think it's
I
awesome
think
to
I have
just
that one too. Is that the one with the do the claws go in?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have that one and it broke.
Well, yeah, my original one broke too, like at the waist, so I just broke in half.
Do you think how cool would it be if they started doing vehicles too? Oh shoot! My naked shredder was in the box. He's not naked. Did he have a belt?
Yeah, he did have a belt. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right.
Go for it. Let me know whenever you need to go. Like leave.
I'm
Go.
so good. I'll be right back.
Damn, going solo. I haven't done a solo one in a while. Um, but yeah, here's the original shredder that I have, and you can see there's paint missing all over it because I played with these like crazy back then. So I'm definitely gonna get this from Super 7. You can see his legs are locked in this position. His arms. I mean, I'm not gonna criticize lack of articulation from 1990 or whatever, but it's going to be awesome to get this childhood toy remade by Super 7 with articulation where he's just not stuck in this pose. I don't even know how I'm supposed to stand him, and if I did, what is he even doing? Like, is this, I guess he's in some sort of pose to get ready to fight. Crazy shredded Oroku Saki, no body fat. Like, you can't do anything with this. So it's like, other than the soft goods cape, which is crazy, which is like, a lot of toys now don't have soft goods. So I'm definitely going to be getting him as in his Super 7 form. I still haven't opened my NECA movie shredder, which kind of sucks because I've seen so many good shots of him that look like movie stills with the mask and the unmasked face. And in this box, I also have the original Rocksteady. And I have these two guys in the vehicle. To answer Al's question about which figures I would keep mint on card and never open, I have the Star Wars Celebration Retro Card Black Series Obi-Wan from Episode 1 from Star Wars Celebration, and it also is paired with a Black Series Darth Maul. So it's in the retro Star Wars Episode 1 packaging, hollow foil. I got a couple of those from my friend Troy. It's from Star Wars Celebration, so those are staying mint on card. And I have a couple of the old 89 Batman figures, the 5-inch with the gold kind of bronze packaging that I haven't opened. I have the originals open, and then I got some, I don't know if they're reissues or the originals that are mint on card, but I'm keeping those on card as well. Play No Games. I almost read that as Play No Gomez because we're talking about Gomez. He said they're called the Death Brigade. Welcome back. Super 7 has to do Undercover Turtles, right? Oh, Turtle. Do you remember the ones with the mask that you put on and they had the fake mustache, the trench coat?
So that was only Donnie, though.
Was it just him?
But,
I had that one.
The thing. They did come out with undercover ones, all four, but it was cloth coats.
Yeah.
So maybe if you had that as a kid, you would have had a gold mine now because those are like the most rare turtle variants that exist. The cloth coat undercover turtles.
Nice. I didn't even know that. This is probably the comment of the night. Ronald Ramos says, I asked my daughter why she watches other people play video games when I buy her all the ones she wants. Then she asked me why I watch other grown men open toys.
Slam.
Yeah, you're going to have your hands full with her. That's actually an amazing response. So, yeah. I wonder how old is she? That's quite a a comeback. I like that. Marvelous Nick says, I'm at the drive-thru at Steak and Shake. You guys want anything? I'm kind of bummed the border's still closed. I can't come down to the States. I can't grab my toys that I ship down there. I have to ship them all here. Captain McKay says, that original Shredder's pose bugged me even as a kid. Looks like the Mirage splash page kind of pose. That's the horse riding stance.
It is. It is super wonky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was showing them while you were. Smash Lab says you went to go let one rip.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why don't you just mute the mic?
I didn't. I would have made it, but I didn't know. Like, yes, come on, man.
Yeah, this was. I don't know what he's doing here.
Yeah, he doesn't even know.
How do prevent midnight fig suicide off your billies? How do I prevent midnight figures?
Message retracted.
Okay, I think I know what he means. How do I keep these from falling? Oh, it actually got retracted. It's delayed on my end. But yeah,
There's a bug that just flew in here, so
these stand for the most part pretty well, but right above this room is the living room where I have two children, like, on the daily. I don't know if they're learning gymnastics or something and they're just tumbling, so stuff does fall, like Sugar Man at the top falls all the time. I have a lot of little figure stands to help with that. One of my friends recommended museum wax, which I guess they use in museums for their displays, and apparently it's really strong and it holds stuff and it doesn't leave any sort of residue. So definitely look into that. But man, so you did the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned before. You said if you did another book, it would be kind of. It wouldn't be. Or wait, would you do another book?
I would. Yeah.
But you learned obviously, what you want to do, in terms of putting out another one.
For sure. Yeah, I think it would just be more of like an art style book. Like that book doesn't really have that vibe as much, at least to me. Less text, more just more of like a better flow to it, I would say.
What else would you want to do, like, apart from having toy companies throw money at you to take photos? What do you want to do for yourself, like, unless that's the ultimate goal?
I mean, honestly, just enjoy doing this still.
Yeah,
I do.
but like, you put out the book, it's like a little special project that you do, right? Is there more stuff that you have in mind, maybe?
Not really. Right now I'm just focusing on my own personal work and then having fun collecting.
Yeah.
So I do freelance stuff here and there, but I don't really count that as that kind of stuff. But nothing, no like major goal is set right now. I mean, I kind of just think like if something like that's going to happen, it'll present itself to me rather than me kind of probably figure it out. It'll just kind of come about in a way. And I'm like, oh, that is something I should do. If it is another book, then yeah, I'm down to do another book. But I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into that, just besides the fact that I'd be willing to do another one.
Do like an art gallery of your shots.
I mean, yeah, that's something that I've thought about in the past as well. Like that could be cool too to have. I don't know. I guess like now that like I kind of accomplished, like I really did sort of accomplish one of my major goals in doing this, and like one of it was to be able to like make a living from doing it. And now that I have that, it's like I haven't lost drive or anything like that in my own.
Right.
It kind of shifted things in that way, in that realm a little bit, because I was sort of unofficially chasing that I guess, or just mainly thinking like, oh, something will probably happen, and then something did happen, and then I mean, I guess people here may not know, but like actually, I work for Super7 as the photographer there.
Yeah,
That's what I'm like, every time I say I make a living from this, that's what I'm talking about.
which is
So
awesome. Congratulations, by the way.
thank you. Yeah, it's a big deal for me, and it the way it came about was like I don't know, it's pretty crazy. Just out of the blue. Came,
It's just grinding and grinding, and obviously people will recognize your work.
yeah, I think it was supposed to happen. Honestly, like just the universe, the way it worked. I think it was meant to happen. As corny as that sounds, but
Definitely corny. Oh, I wanted to bring up someone who normally is in the stream every week and watches a lot is Cap Lives, and he is always saying that he wants new figures of the 2003 Ninja Turtles, that version that came out, and that's the one right before the Nickelodeon ones. Well, not right before, but the most previous one.
yeah, I kind of have like I'm trying to think because I'm getting a little bit mixed up here.
But apart from like the original cartoon, have you watched any of the other series?
I didn't watch that one. Um, I not really no. I was gonna think of it now.
Not the Nickelodeon one. I don't watch the. I tried to watch the new one. I'm not really that into it.
Barely, barely watched that the Nickelodeon one. Like maybe like a couple episodes. Not in. I did not watch because I was like, oh, this is trash or anything. I just didn't watch it.
They have. I think they have Raph as the leader now, in that series.
Interesting.
And yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I'm trying to get back into the comics. I really like the stories that they have there. Um, but yeah, I put up the photo right now of your Raphael with the aggressive, angry face and the Dark Knight, the Mafex Dark Knight, and he's left. Yeah, I mean, these photos kind of sold me on the possibilities with the opened with these turtles, with the articulation that you can open them and pose them. This kind of stuff is crazy. And I like, we've talked about this before, the NECA Street Dio, not really the main focus of these shots because it's so overused. It's more of like a background now, background prop off to the side to fill in some dead spaces. And then that repaint one is crazy money.
The like exclusive one.
Yeah, that painted in the cartoon colors.
Oh, I don't have that one. Or wait.
It's the one that they announced. It's the same street dial, but it's like the beige-ish cartoon version with a different background on the top.
Not out yet, right?
No, it's not out yet.
Yeah, no.
Ronald Ramos says, "Oh, his daughter is 11. I got back into toys about 3 years ago because she outgrew collecting Pokemon cards." Marvelous Nick says, "How can I get that book?" It is on Big Bad Toy Store. I think I saw someone say it's on Barnes and Noble. I got it on Amazon.ca. Did you know that it was in Amazon Canada?
Nah.
Yeah, someone told them it's on BBTS now. They definitely seem like an amazing company that's so awesome. Super7. Yeah, I'm really liking. I don't collect any of the Masters of the He-Man stuff. Vern says Rise of the TMNT got cancelled. I like that there's a new Ninja Turtle for like every generation. At least that's cool, right?
Yeah, no, that's really cool. That's the thing that I think I said recently about that new one is, well, I haven't seen it or the look of it doesn't catch my eye. Like I think it's cool for like, people that are growing up now that they have they'll have their own kind of version of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Some
something to call their own new merchandise. And
not the right.
my
It's a
daughter
version.
says she goes to school. She's like, I was playing Ninja Turtles with my friends. I'm like, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
wish
really
I could be there. I used to do that in the schoolyard as well, right? So that's an amazing thing that you can keep it relevant. The one thing that I'm trying to avoid is she's been reading these Star Wars books, and she's still too scared to watch the actual Star Wars movie. But as like my first child, I want to be there when that moment happens in Empire Strikes Back, the big reveal with Darth Vader. So she's reading all these books, and I'm just like slapping them out of her hand. I'm like, no, don't do this. I gotta wait. I gotta wait till I'll just like drop kick the book across the room. And there's like a whole series of books called Darth Vader and Son, and it's just Darth Vader and Luke in like, I don't know, dad jokes and different situations. And I took all those books away, and I think she was still too young to realize what was going on, so I had to confiscate all of those. But that's something that I'm trying to preserve until she's old enough. She's like, Daddy, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, will you watch Star Wars with me? And like that's the only thing.
nice.
Super7 got me for their upcoming King Diamond. Stop motion is happening with that as soon as I get it. Oh, cool. Bugs are flying around. All right.
Yeah.
What else have you got to open, sir? You just doing karate moves.
Yeah, well, it's fucking flies and whatever is in here. Fucking smacking them, trying to smack them around. I mean, I do have quite a bit. I'm not gonna. I already know I'm not gonna open all this stuff during the stream. It's too much.
Want to grab one more that you were excited about to open this week?
Let's see. How about I'll open this guy. The Logan and Professor X.
Yes.
Did you get that?
I didn't get that because while I like that movie, I'm just like, it's just an older Logan, and this version of Xavier where I've kind of lost respect for him. Because he's just like a frail old guy, and like, I don't know, he's one step away from peeing himself. But like the story of what happened in the movie is really tragic, right?
Yeah.
But the more I see of the photos of that set, the more it's grown on me. And I feel the same way about all of the MCU figures. Like at first I was like, I'm not gonna buy these, but then I ended up buying the Logan with the jacket, and I love him.
Yeah, he's nice.
Right? He comes with the angry face and the butterfly joints. You can really get good shots and good poses with him. Then I got the Xavier Magneto 2-pack because, it's frigging Patrick Stewart and Gandalf, so you have to get that. And that's a really good suited body. I've seen like really good pictures of that Logan.
Yeah. And this thing is definitely secured in here.
And that wheelchair kind of sucks.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Okay, you're much more undiplomatic than I am.
Fly out.
Yeah, the wheels keep popping off.
If it just needs to be painted, which I don't do, so it's just gonna continue to look the way it looks. And frail old Xavier.
They should have done a Laura as well.
They probably will, huh? Like just in a different.
I hope so. One of my friends found the movie Mystique on clearance at Walmart for like $2, so I gotta go hunting soon because I don't want to pay $30 for that. But $2 is very reasonable.
That figure looks great, though.
You think so?
I think it does look good. Man, it really.
How are the claws on this one?
Let's see. Well, it comes with bloody ones, which is that's
yeah.
Cool. That looks at a glance that looks pretty good. Um, Similar to the other Wolverine claws.
Terrence says, how are you going to watch the Star Wars movies with her, in what order? So I'm going to do 4, 5. So A New Hope, Empire, then cut to 2, 3, and then finish it with 6, and then maybe watch Phantom Menace as like a epilogue, because you don't really need to see what happens there, do you? But yeah, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, or maybe 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, and then Rogue One. And like, she knows who Rey is, so I don't think she can sit through that many movies before she can be like, where's Rey? What's happening with Rey? Because I'll watch a YouTube video of Frozen, and then like I'll press play 2 seconds in, she's like, where's Elsa? I'm like, just wait. It's a YouTube video. It's gonna be all Elsa. Just wait. So if I have to sit through 6 movies with her asking, where's Rey? Where's Rey? I might not make it through that. But that is definitely the order I'm going in. I didn't order this Logan, though. It was available here at EB Games after HasbroCon, and then I just kind of passed on it. I'll live without it. Is this something that you have a shot for?
No.
No, just collecting?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I do want to take a photo of at least Logan, but I don't have any ideas right now. We'll see.
Are you still working exclusively with your macro lens, or do you have like a range now?
No, just still have that only.
And it's still like versatile enough for you to do all the different things that you shoot?
Yeah, I mean, I make it work.
That's awesome. Because like you've got a lot of shots that are, they're not always so cropped in.
Mm. Yeah. No, it works for me.
I'm gonna put this one back up. These those are the Storm skeletons, right? In this photo with Spawn.
Scroll up. Oh, there's a lag.
It's Spawn fighting some skeletons.
It's the Storm.
I opened those last week, and those are incredible. I think everyone should get those. And I spent the whole time asking people, oh, if I army build this, who would he be an army for? Like, never thinking outside the box that they don't have to be just troopers to army build. It can be, you can have like a crypt or like a battlefield or something like that, and just a skeleton, like a literal skeleton in the background. It doesn't have to be animated.
Yeah, that's what I like them for, just stuff like that.
Yo, Colossal Customs, what's going on, man? You are very late, but thank you for joining. Blue Vanity Fig, what's going on? Oh, dude, did you see Smash Lab change his name?
Simp Lab. How came to his senses? Simp Lab.
Imagine you couldn't change it back on YouTube. Like, it's one of those things where I don't think you can change, like on Instagram, you can change your name, but I don't think you can change it back afterwards.
It'd be funny if you changed it on Instagram.
I feel like you're setting him up to like reverse psychology. He's like, you know what? Maybe I will do it.
Hopefully.
Then I just called out your play. That's my bad.
Maybe he'll still do it because he's a simp.
Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. But yeah, man, I had a light.
You have him, so I can go in the comments and torment him with one of these videos. Simp Lab.
Yeah, that Logan figure, and then there's the tank top one, and I've seen Unparalleled Universe take the head off and use it as a custom for a whole bunch of stuff. It'd be a good custom kit bash figure. So those are definitely, I don't know, I feel like I'm having more fun with those than MCU, like Marvel, Disney, MCU figures. All right, guys, we're going to chat for like another 5 minutes, and I'm going to sign off. I do have some stuff to get to, and I kind of had a light week this week. Usually there's a lot more stuff, but maybe it's time that I actually open something from the wall. I have a wall of unopened toys.
Oh, you did? Bust one out.
Let's see. Where's the button? There we go.
Oh, so it's almost, what is it, 11 there?
11:20.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I should do a weekly progress shot of the wall of toys to see if actually any damage gets done to it, if I actually take some stuff out to open. But yeah, if I keep getting new toys every week, there's no point. I think I'm going to open a NECA foot soldier.
That's funny.
Oh, I stepped on Devastator. My foot kills. Fuck.
About Devastator. What you got there? Oh,
this
foot
is
soldier.
the bladed weapons foot soldier.
Yes.
And this is one of the few army builders that I do have, so I should definitely open more of these. A bunch of people. I posted up what kind of hashtag we should use because I want to, see all of my viewers, their unboxings and their hauls. So I posted a bunch of different hashtags on my Instagram, and people were voting on the different ones, and the most popular ones seem to be unbox any day. So if you're on Instagram and you're opening toys, oh, this is taped. How embarrassing. Yeah, if you're opening toys, tag me, and on a future episode, I can just show you can be part of the stream too, right? We can all kind of be opening toys together. Why do they even need these twist ties?
Yeah.
Where's my toenail clipper? But yeah, definitely. Dang. Oh god. Yeah, the movie stuff is like my favorite turtle line right now. Just because how good they look in terms of like resembling a movie character and the aesthetic, the kind of stuff. Like, look at the detail on the gauntlets there.
Yeah.
The detail on the little bug eyes, and the word on the head. I think the word is ghost. Is it ghost? It's terrible Asian. I should be able to read that. Freaking love these guys. And like a few weeks ago when CJ was on and Billy and Mike, he was just posing the hell out of these foot soldiers. Like, we were just talking and people were watching him. He was just playing. He was barely talking.
CJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice that. It was kind of funny. And then he finally did like turn his camera at one point so you could actually see him.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to be on camera. Like, that's fine, but
he's kind of a shy guy. Like, he'll chat with us like in the group chat. Like, he's open and stuff. I feel like he's otherwise more quiet with other people.
I mean, it's like a different situation being on live, because then there's people watching, like people like Simp Labs and stuff. So
oh my god.
I was trying to say like, oh, maybe you should have him on and open some stuff, and then he's like, he ignored your comment, and I was like, yeah, because you're a simp. But I don't think he would come on anyways, because he's another one of those
Oh
shy.
shoot, did you say that? Was I opening a toy when you said it?
Maybe. Maybe you're
Yeah.
just
I did not hear that.
no simps allowed on Unboxing Thursdays.
Yo, I'm down, man. I'm really liking the Kid Cudi custom that
Did you did
he's
you
been
see
putting
those
out.
the shoes that he bought?
No.
Those
Oh, the yeah.
ugly ass shoes. Those things are so ugly, and he knows it. He admitted it. I was like, he posted it in his story, and I was
Yeah, he
like,
said
dude,
he's like I don't care what you think like about the look of the shoes or something like that, right?
yeah. But he knows they're ugly as hell. No, I mean like he's it's like he's not gonna wear them. He just has them.
I feel like you were trying to explain your comment, but it evolved into like an even greater. You're like, no, I stand by what I said. Like he knows, like he really does.
He knows they're ugly as hell, but he wants to. He's gonna get them signed by Kid Cudi or something.
Hey, you know what? If
Validate.
you're down on a future episode, we'll have all three of us uh, chat at the same time, open some toys, and then at some point maybe I'll just let you guys battle each other.
I'm them joints ugly. That's what he says. But I guess yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Are those
loving these guys.
yeah, those foot soldiers are super nice. How about like in the scene in the subway where they like grab April
Yeah,
and he like Hunter and like I feel like all of a sudden the white dude just pretends that he's Asian. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I was just gonna say when you mentioned that scene, I was gonna say the line in the Asian accent. He's like April O'Neil, but then when you look in the training grounds, they're like
All
other
white.
than Tatsu,
Yeah. All white.
they're just
He
all
goes,
New Yorkers.
he goes like this. He's like, "We bring for you a message," and he like sticks his hand and he's like, "I'm like, that's a white dude."
Yeah, that's did Shredder tell him to do that? That's really not okay.
Would that fly?
They're like in the locker room afterwards, and they're like, "Yo, does Master Shredder know that you're talking like that behind his back?" He's like, "Oh no, April O'Neil." Fuck.
Yeah.
But you know what though? That movie still holds up. Like it's so good.
Yeah, I always laugh about it. And then there's that one like there's always that like fat foot soldier. He's like extra thick.
Was there?
Well, there's definitely there's definitely one in TMNT 2 where you see and you're just like, dude, what's going on with that guy? Like
They just ran out of extras.
he hasn't been training at all. Like
Let's not forget April's stereotypical "Am I late on my Sony payment?" line. I mean, in terms of lines that wouldn't fly in 2020, like that's probably the least offensive. So I'm gonna give that a pass. Plus, I do want my NECA April O'Neil figure. I don't need her getting canceled before that one comes out.
if anything, the foot soldier would be canceled. But he's already wearing a mask, so it'd be pretty hard to probably figure out who he is.
But man, yeah, we're definitely gonna get Smash Labs and you in an episode. What do you think?
Only if he wears those shoes and has the camera pointing directly at his feet the whole time. People are gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta go. I'm feeling sick. I just threw up again because I saw these ugly ass shoes." So I'm gonna head out.
You guys are hilarious. I just tried to open a figure with nail clippers and that didn't work. There's going to be some sort of male grooming company that sells nail clippers, and they're going to be hitting you up soon for some sort of photography endorsement.
Ambassador, you're like, "Oh, so you use clippers to cut the ties off of your action feet." They probably be like, your little figurines, and I'd be like, "All right, I'm
Put
out."
it in your stories. And then if you have close-up shots of you behind the scenes like holding a camera and be like, "These manicured nails are presented by Nivea Men nail clippers."
No, I got like alien nails and shit, not like well manicured stuff.
It's hilarious. But yo, man, I've kind of run out of stuff to open for tonight. I'm gonna sit on that Ultimates Raphael and really debate if I'm gonna open it. I think I said earlier I decided, but I'm kind of with nice packaging like this. It takes me some time to decide. But yo, thank you so much for being on here. Wait, you're on this camera now. Thank you so much for being on here and opening some of the toys that you've been saving. I hope you got to open the ones that you were really excited about.
Yeah, no, well, thanks for having me on. Been looking forward to it. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I opened a goodish amount. I didn't open everything, but I could tell after opening a few that I wasn't going to, just because we were talking.
You took more shots at Smash Labs than you opened toys, okay?
Oh, no, that became the main focus, as it kind of normally does. Even after this is over, I'll probably start talking shit to him on IG immediately.
Yeah, but you can do it while I'm doing the outro. Just like, don't even wait. Just yeah, but because we've been messaging back and forth, probably a couple of years now. So it's nice to chat with you, face to face, and I love talking photography and stuff and geeking out over gear, with you. And like, I'm not joking. You're probably like my favorite toy photography artist. I'm switching back and forth with the cameras. It's so weird, but yeah, you really are. So I'm really happy that I got to talk to you on here and open toys with you and just kind of hang out.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Like, this was a lot of fun. Like, I'll come back again. I'll fucking do it again. Like that goofy quote. I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah, exactly. For everyone else, thank you very much for tuning in again. If you're new to the channel, this is all I'm really doing. We're just hanging out, opening toys. So if you had a good time here, make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you'll know next time I'm on live. And of course, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. All the links are down there. Next week is going to be the Infinity Equation podcast crew. After that is Tiny Pants Tailoring, Toy Soldier Photography. As they say on Desus and Miro, it's nothing but illustrious guests, as you can see tonight. So make sure you're subscribed and tuned in. And, if you love toys, this is where you should be every Thursday until later on when Toy Migos are back. Unfortunately, not tonight. But thank you very much for watching. My name's Kevin, and please keep toying around. Peace.